I would make coffee that was delivered through a whole bean subscription service. Then I would maybe put something on Netflix or Apple TV. Then I would take a walk and listen to an audiobook.
This is the typical first 4 or 5 hours of a weekend morning for Chris Lewis. Brought to you by just a fraction of the subscriptions he pays for. When I initially asked him how many subscription services he had, well, he had to make this list. He's close to 30 that he can remember, totaling a cost of over $3,000 a year. And he's not unlike most of us that rely on the convenience when it comes to endless subscriptions. Actually, most people are spending $219 on subscriptions every month.
That's like a benefit of subscriptions, but it also makes it dangerous as a consumer because of those broad interests. I subscribe to quite a bit and it becomes expensive.
You don't even know what your subscriptions are, and let me tell you, you don't.
Sarah Grace Moore, a financial advisor, says subscriptions are nothing new. They've been around since the 70s, but the ease of signing up is what has changed.
It's death by 1,000 cuts. $1.99 here, $12.99 there, right? Here's the thing, time kills deals. If you've ever been in sales, time kills deals. Because as people think about it, they think, oh, well, maybe I don't need that right now, or maybe I need a different version, or maybe I can deal with the value, option. So we want to make purchasing as easy as possible. Like think Amazon one click.
And the reoccurring fees are what businesses count on. They also count on our forgetfulness. Economists say companies boost their revenues by 200% just because we forget to cancel.
Is there a reason why it's so easy to sign up for these subscriptions, but just a tad harder to unsubscribe?
Oh, absolutely. We have this subconscious cost benefit analysis that if it takes too long or it's a little too annoying, and especially for millennials, if God forbid I have to make a phone call, right? Like that benefit, there is not enough benefit for that. They absolutely want us to forget, especially apps.
If you're realizing that your subscriptions are out of control, don't worry, Sarah has a few tips for you. The first is maybe you rotate some of these subscriptions, especially when it comes to things like Hulu, Netflix, and HBO. Maybe you don't need them all at one time. Maybe you rotate every 3 or 4 months based on the shows you're watching. The next is you can consolidate applications, especially the ones on our phone. They're constantly updating. So if you have something like Zoom that used to just be video calls, now it's whiteboard functions, phone, and text, so maybe you can get rid of some other applications. The next is to set reoccurring alarms for when these subscriptions end, so that it's front of mind, and if you're not using them, you can cancel them before you get charged. And last, but certainly not least, do what Chris did. Add up your monthly subscriptions, multiply it by 12. Sometimes the sticker shock alone will get you to change your habits. And there's applications that will help you do this, like Rocket Money. They'll track down your subscriptions and organize them for you, but you guessed it, it's gonna cost you a reoccurring monthly fee.
I usually do the free ones and then do the legwork myself. It does stress my budget a little bit when I look at how many things I've subscribed to for the period of time that I've subscribed to them for.
I think it's always going back to, is this valuable to me? Is it honoring the way I want to live my life? Your money is the most powerful tool you have to show the world and yourself who you are.
Cassie Arsenault, Local 12 News.
Local 12 has more consumer stories just like this. Don't forget to click the links and press subscribe.